Okay, here we go. Hoping to finish the steady rest. Here's the old one, and you can see it's still quite functional. It's got the uh, skater wheels on there, and we will be reusing all of these parts right here. Um, Now I will have to cut out the rings on the new one to fit these bits, these parts, and we will see how it goes. And yeah, and I can call this project complete. Um, Now you can see that it is a little bit larger. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but it is a little bit larger. So I may have to uh, might have to remake these parts. Kind of hoping not to. Um, However, we shall see in a moment or two. And yeah, so the next part is to cut the rings into thirds, and I can set these parts in there using the old version, whatever, um, to help mark down the lines. I've got them lined up to the center points, and I will use this as a reference to mark where the 120 degrees for these parts are. So you got your 0 for that one, your 120 for that one, and then of course that one. So good thing I didn't throw those parts out. Here is a oops situation from the version 1. As you can see, I didn't exactly cut it on the right angle. I was just guessing the angle there. However, it still worked. It does give me a little bit of play, so I'm kind of hoping to eliminate that altogether. And when I do it on the new one, I'm hoping to get this nice and flush. Yeah. Now I do have the hole there for that already from the screw. Then I have it that I'm using to keep them together. I will also drill the hole in these ones, this to have those in there. Um, so here's the piece taken apart with the skate bearing. These are all the parts uh, from the roller blades. Uh, Try to use as much as I can. And then, of course, you have one of these with a washer. And so the piece here is 1.5 inches by 8 inches, and then the groove will fit your bit here for whatever size you're gonna go for. You don't have to use these ones. Can't remember the names, but yeah, you don't have to use these ones. You can just kind of do your own thing. I use these ones because I had them and they're efficient and it works. So yeah. Um, But as you can see, the piece, it's got the groove in there. I cut it the hole a little bit bigger to fit this piece right there, as it's not very long, and I didn't want to spend money on, you know, machine screw or whatever. So that's what I did, and it works. So that's the other thing. To mark the lines, I did the quick and dirty way of just eyeballing it, and I think I had it right for the most part. Okay, so I've taken the parts to the bandsaw, and I cut them, as you can see, the little notches, and I screwed the segments back on there. Now what I did was, hold on, let me just get it going here. I made some marks on the segments, um, so that way I know what pieces go where, so everything is lined up um, quite nicely, and it's still nice and smooth and still works quite nicely. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if this is an oops statement or an oops situation. However, um, when I was cutting it out, I did not cut it out right on the pencil lines. So these pieces are a little bit snug, um, way too snug, to the point where they're not fitting in there, which is perfectly all right. As you can fix this. This is a easily fixable situation. Now I can take a file and do these areas to the point where it fits this quite nicely, or I can take these, take it apart and use the belt sander or disc sander, whichever you prefer. Either one would work. So yeah, we're on the final stretches here. Once that's done, what will be left is to drill out the holes right there to fit the T-bolts, I guess, and it will be more or less complete. I will have to attach it to this piece, and it should work. Now I'm not going to test it out just because I don't have anything to test it out with. However, that's perfectly all right. I got 10,000 other projects to work on, so